Your dealer is robbing you blind. Right now, sitting in your garage, is a $6 can that saves you thousands. And every service department on every dealer lot prays you never find out how to use it. Today you're getting the 10 tricks they gatekeep, the ones that turn routine dealer visits costing hundreds into 2-minute fixes costing pennies, and trick 3 alone will save you enough to make a car payment. Stick around, because number 1 is the trick that most drivers never even know exists until it's already cost them a small fortune. Trick number 10. Your dashboard and door panels are coated in a gray film that no wipe down ever fully clears, and every time you run the AC you're breathing recirculated dust that's been baking in your vents for months. Dealers love selling you a $100 interior detail package to fix what a light coat of WD-40 on a microfiber cloth solves in 5 minutes. You wipe your dashboard, your console, your door panels, and the grime lifts instead of smearing, leaving a layer that repels the next round of buildup. This isn't cosmetic. Dirty vents mean dirty air in your lungs every single drive, and that's a health cost no invoice ever mentions. Skip the detail package and keep your $6 in your pocket. Trick number 9. Your paint takes a beating every single day from bird droppings, tree sap, and bug acid, and every one of those stains can etch permanently into your clear coat if you leave it baking in the sun. A single repaint on one panel runs anywhere from $300 to over $1,000, and dealers know most drivers have no idea their paint is under attack until the damage is already done. Mist a light coat of WD-40 across a clean, dry panel and buff it in, and you get a protective layer that makes future grime slide right off instead of bonding to your clear coat. It's not a replacement for wax, but it's the cheapest insurance your paint will ever get. Ignore this and you're gambling with a repaint bill you never had to pay. Trick number 8. Your seat belt drags, snaps back unevenly, or fights you every time you pull it across your chest, and that's not just annoying, it's a genuine safety failure waiting to happen in a crash. Dealership seat belt replacements run between $200 and $500, and most service advisors will quote you that price before ever checking if the belt just needs lubrication. Pull the belt to full extension, mist WD-40 evenly along the webbing, work it in with a cloth, and let it retract slowly several times. What was sticking now glides, and you just avoided a bill for a part that was never actually broken. A seat belt that fails to retract properly is a problem you ignore right up until the moment it costs you everything. Trick number 7. You turn your key and instead of a clean click you feel grinding resistance, and the dealer immediately points you toward a full ignition cylinder replacement running between $150 and $400. 9 times out of 10, that's not a failing cylinder, it's dust and dried out lubricant sitting inside the tumbler. With your key out, spray a short burst of WD-40 directly into the keyhole, then work your key in and out slowly several times. The grinding disappears, the tumbler engages clean, and you just walked away from a repair you didn't need. Do your spare key too, because a seized spare is a locksmith bill waiting to happen the one night you actually need it. Know this trick before you sit down with a service advisor, and you take the upsell weapon right out of their hands. Trick number 6. Your Serpentine belt screams every time you start the engine, and a shop will often quote you a new belt at $100 to $250 in labor alone before ever confirming the belt is actually worn. That squeal is usually just surface glazing from dust and humidity, not a dying belt. With the engine off, mist the belt's inner surface and each pulley lightly, start the car, and listen to the squeal vanish. If the rubber shows real cracking or fraying, then replace it, but now you know the difference, and that knowledge alone stops a service writer from upselling you on a repair you don't need yet. Walking in already knowing the diagnosis is how you stop being an easy target. Trick number 5. Your window grinds and hesitates every time you roll it down, and it gets worse the colder it gets outside. A window regulator replacement runs $150 to $300, but the real problem is almost always packed dust and grime sitting inside the rubber-lined track, not the motor. Lower the window halfway, spray WD-40 directly into the exposed track on both sides, then run the window up and down slowly to work it through. What was dragging now glides silently, and you just saved yourself a diagnostic fee for a mechanism that was never actually broken. Frozen tracks can crack your glass outright if you force them in winter, so this 2-minute fix is protecting more than just convenience. Trick number 4. Your power mirror stops adjusting, the motor strains, and you're left driving with a blind spot on every lane change. A replacement mirror motor costs $100 to $250 in parts and labor, but the actual problem is almost always corroded pivot joints, not a dead motor. Spray WD-40 into the joint and adjustment housing, give it a minute to work in, then try the controls again, and you'll feel the mirror loosen and move freely through its full range. A blind spot isn't an inconvenience, it's a collision risk sitting there every time you change lanes. Fix the joint before you pay for a motor that was never dead in the first place. Trick number 3. Your parking brake won't release. The cable has seized inside its housing, and your instinct says call a tow truck. A parking brake cable replacement runs $100 to $300 depending on your vehicle, and road salt makes this failure happen faster than almost anything else underneath your car. Locate the cable along the chassis, spray WD-40 generously along its length and into any exposed housing, let it soak for several minutes, then cycle the brake while gently rocking the car. The corrosion breaks, the cable moves again, and you just avoided a tow bill on top of a repair bill. A seized parking brake left untreated doesn't just cost you money, it can strand you somewhere you never planned to be. Trick number 2. Your engine runs rough, your throttle hesitates, and your fuel economy has quietly dropped, and a dealer will often push a full diagnostic scan before ever touching the real culprit. A new mass airflow sensor costs anywhere from $80 to over $300, and most of the time the old one just needs cleaning. Remove the sensor, spray WD-40 lightly across the wires and sensing elements, let it sit for 60 seconds, wipe it clean, and let it fully air dry before reinstalling. Reinstall it wet and you'll trigger the exact warning light you were trying to clear, so patience here is what separates a free fix from a wasted part. Many drivers watch their rough idle disappear and their check engine light clear within a few drive cycles, no diagnostic fee required. Trick number 1. This is the one dealers never want you to connect to your wallet. Your gas cap looks dirty and hasn't been touched in years, and a persistent fuel-related check engine code sends drivers straight into a paid diagnostic appointment chasing a problem that was never in the engine at all. Spray WD-40 around the threads, the underside of the cap, and the sealing ring, let it sit a minute, then wipe it clean and apply one light follow-up coat before screwing it back on. That seal snaps tight again, the code clears, and you just avoided paying for a diagnostic scan to solve a problem that cost you nothing to fix. Do this every few months and you may never see that fuel light again in your life. You just learned 10 fixes that dealers would rather you never discover, the kind of knowledge that keeps hundreds, sometimes thousands, of dollars in your pocket instead of theirs. Every one of these tricks costs you $6.05, and every one of them replaces a bill that was never justified in the first place. Keep a can in your trunk, because the next time a warning light or a stiff mechanism tries to scare you into an appointment, you'll already know the real fix. If this saved you money today, the next video breaks down the car maintenance myths costing drivers thousands every single year, and you don't want to miss it.